Three claps, your boy Swain's back at it again. Swain Swaggy Sense. And in today's video, what I got for y'all is going to be a tag video. I'm going to be tagging some heavy hitter reviewers that I'm sure that y'all will like. And if you haven't already subscribed to their channel, you should make sure that you go check them out. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over 5 signature scents that basically catapulted me into collecting. Like as far as the amount of fragrances that I do have. And these 5 fragrances were the epitome of the growing of my fragrance collection. So I'm gonna go through those in this video. So stay locked. Without further ado, let's get into this review. So before I get into this lineup, I have one honorable mention, and that's going to be Queen of Spades from the House of Dua, and this is going to be their take on Pica Voyadama from Xerjoff. And let me tell you, I got another backup bottle in the drawer. That's how you know I'm a collector. I have fragrances in drawers, guys. Drawers. It's ridiculous. But with this fragrance, you know, aldehydes, bergamot, vanilla musk, the whole 9. This, when I first got this, I knew that this was going to be a fragrance that I'm gonna be wearing a lot. This is an all-year scent. You can be easy on sprays because Dua's the House of Dua, they're going to be very, very strong, very abrasive and stuff. So like with certain fragrances, you can't get away with a lot of sprays, you know, in certain Dua fragrances, but more times than none, you're gonna have to be mindful of the sprays. But you know, like I was just mentioning, just have this very soapy, clean vibe, and that's how I like to be. Like I like to feel clean. Like I like to smell clean. I like to come off clean. And this is something where, you know, everyone knows that I'm around wearing this. And this is definitely a signature scent in regards to something that embodies who I am, embodies me. So this is a 8 to 10 hour fragrance for me. This is gonna last a long time, clearly. But yeah, so I just wanted to shout Dua out for their Queen of Spades and their take on one of Xerjoff's fragrances, which is pretty legit. All right, so this is Queen of Spades from the House of Dua. All right, on to the lineup now. So my first fragrance in this lineup of my signature scents is going to be from the House of Mercedes, and that is going to be Mercedes-Benz Select. Mercedes-Benz Select. And definitely a sleek bottle. I remember when I had first gotten this, got my nose on this scent. This is a clone or dupe or close to Creed Aventus. But there was something about this fragrance that was different than Creed, and you know, and I'm about to share that with y'all right now. But when I had first gotten this from Scentbird, when I was doing my sampling before I got into really collecting, and I started to realize there were other sites and stuff, this was the fragrance that I could not keep my nose off of. And I always wore it to my old job and my old gym, and me and my coworker would go back and forth with fragrances and different notes and different ones that we were wearing. And this one had came up a lot. This one for me was, you know, something that just spoke to me, and it just has that bergamot. It has, you know, that citrusy vibe. It has some musk in there. It has that bright apple in there as well. Very uplifting. It has a fruity touch to it, more so than the other dupes for Creed's Aventus, like Club de Nuit. But you know, this is a nice spring summer fragrance. This obviously, you know, like this is gonna be the one that you would want to wear in those times, but you can wear it all year round. I want to make a disclaimer on that. But this was definitely something that I would wear a lot, and I wore down the sample bottle. I wore it down, and then after that, I said after I finished that sample, I'm getting the whole bottle, and that's what I did. And funny enough, I didn't put too much work in this, as you can see, but it's been getting some love. It's been getting some love. Not a very high performing fragrance. I get about 4 to 6 hours on my skin which is I'm okay with. But this right here, when I put this on, definitely embodies the leader, definitely embodies the person that people can depend on, and it just smells like great character. That's what this smells like. It smells like a person that has great character, okay? Still readily available on these discount sites. You gotta check it out. So once again, that is Mercedes-Benz Select. On to the next fragrance. So the next fragrance that I got in this lineup, and you already knew that this was going to pop up in the lineup of my signature scents, because when I had broken this one down in one of my other videos, make sure that you go check out the other videos of my descriptions and breakdowns of certain fragrances. This one I just could not stop talking about, and that is going to be from the house of Banana Republic, and that is Tobacco and Tonka Bean. I have so many backup bottles of this. This is just me, man. Like, just, you know, plum, pear, vanilla, musk. It just has this herbaceous, aromatic type of, you know, closeness vibe that I would wear this heavy in the cooler weather and colder weather. And this one has been my best friend, okay? Best friend throughout those times of the year. And everyone knew when I was walking through the hallways of the facility and the gym that I work at, and they just, man, I can't stop, won't stop. This is, for me, I get about 8 to 10 hours on my skin. This is definitely a banger. One of the best Banana Republic fragrances in the line, in my opinion. This one really can't be touched. You know, like, I haven't gotten into all of the line. You know, I have this one as well as another one that I'll probably share in other videos later down the line. Be on the lookout, but this is definitely a signature scent. When I put this on, I just feel when I put this on, like, I just feel like, man, I feel sexy. I feel sexy. And it smells sexy too. So you gotta grab it. You gotta grab it. You gotta grab it. So once again, from Banana Republic, that is Tobacco and Tonka Bean. Tobacco and Tonka Bean. On to the next fragrance. So with this next fragrance that I got in this lineup, is going to be very nostalgic for me. You know, I got this back in 2009, my sophomore year, at the first HBCU, Lincoln University, and I had gotten this fragrance going out with my teammates, going to a strip mall, and there was this one store within the strip mall, like a fragrance world or whatever, and I went in there with them, and this fragrance was like front and center, just staring at me. So like, when I picked it up and I smelled it, my card was already on the counter. I didn't even see my hands reach into my pockets. Like, I was already ready to pay for it before I even, you know, got a chance to, you know, do more of smell tests on this, because as soon as I smelt it, it was a wrap. So that is going to be from Vicky Teal, and that is Ulysses. And you can see this is a pretty cool and unique bottle. As you can see, you have some horses engraved on there with some gladiators or Trojans on there. And it's very, you know, reminiscent of Greek life, you know, so, you know, Ulysses, and all of that. But with this fragrance, this is just such a clean, fresh, just everything that you would want in a fragrance to make you feel good. I should have actually put this in one of my videos that I was actually tagged in by TC Fragrances about, like, the happy fragrance, basically. And this fragrance just brings me so much joy. It brings, obviously, the nostalgic memories that I wore when I wore this. And this was one bottle I will say that I had finished completely. Out of all of the bottles, you know, I have a couple in mind that I have, but this one, when I first got it, I know I ran through this bottle like crazy. And it's just a great fragrance, a great, subtle, elegant, floral, very fresh, clean, soapy. And as you can see with these this line of fragrances, besides the Banana Republic, they're all they're all of a smell or scent profile of cleanliness or soapiness. Like, just, you know, I just like the smell of cleanliness, like clean. Like, it just smells very inviting. It smells like you can be around people without them, you know, holding their noses or just doing whatever they do. But this has some mint, has apple in here. It has some lavender, has a lot of other notes in here. I believe some nutmeg, musk, and it has this one note in there that's called, I believe, menu knit, and that is a sauce that they put on. I had to do my research. This is a sauce that they put on oysters, and it has like herbs and different types of ingredients in it, and it smells like white florals. Like, it smelled that, so that's why I was saying that you have this floral take on this fragrance, and such a phenomenal fragrance. And this came out in 1998, so like, and it's still popping. I'm not sure if they reformulated it, because it smells exactly the same time that I had gotten this in 2009, and I ain't trying to rhyme. Bars! But anyway, this is a 6 to 8 hour fragrance for myself. You know, some people, if they do happen to have this, they may say that it's weak or whatever, but depending on your skin chemistry, depending on the fragrance that you are wearing, it happens to kind of transition into different ways on a person's skin. But this is definitely one of my signature scents. I'm gonna be breaking this down this spring, this summer, and yeah, man, brings back memories. So that is Ulysses. On to the next fragrance. So the next fragrance that I got in this lineup is going to be this is going to be a fragrance that everyone has. Like, if you don't have it, then I don't know what you're doing. This has been blasted in terms of on all reviewers' content, in terms of one of the best cheap fragrances that you can buy. Still readily available, still out there, not discontinued or nothing. Still out in TJ Maxx, Ross, and all of those other stores. So, and Jeremy Fragrance was the one who put me on this. I ain't gonna hold, when I was starting this fragrance journey as well. He was one of the main pioneers that I had looked up to.
Power, baby. Man, that's beastly.
I mean, I still do. You know, it's quite different than when he first started blowing up within the content world of fragrances. But, you know, I still got mad love, still got respect for the guy. He's still, you know, very knowledgeable about stuff. So I don't got no bad blood with nobody. I just, you know, appreciate the knowledge that people can be able to get informed by with certain fragrances. And hopefully I'm doing that for y'all too. So that being said, it's going to be the house from, it's going to be from the house of Mont Blanc, and that is going to be Mont Blanc's Individual. And this is going to have some similarities of Creed Santal. And funny enough, this was before Creed Santal. So if anything, this was the Creed before Creed Santal. So this is your fabric softener. You know, you take your clothes out the dryer and you sniff them, you know, in those Gain commercials when they take their clothes out and they just sniffing it for like minutes on minutes. This is something that is in resemblance to that. You have your juniper berry, you have some lavender in there, you have some vanilla in there, musk, you have vetiver. This has, it has like 85 notes in this, but once again, the prominent notes, you'll smell the sandalwood, the vetiver, cedarwood, the juniper berry, once again with that fruity vibe, the fabric softener, and the very, I would say it's not ozonic because it's not really a blue fragrance, but it's definitely a one that can fill a room. It's definitely one that would be able to you know, fill up some space if you were out to on vacation at a tropical destination, you know. So for me, I get, this is 6 to 8 hour fragrance, and this is all year round. Once again, I have a couple backup bottles of this. Can't go wrong with this. This is another one of my signature scents that I just keep going back to. As you can see, I keep going back to half and half, right? You know what I mean? So people that drink coffee, do y'all drink half and half, or do y'all just do like the other creamers, French vanilla or whatever? Y'all can put whatever in the comments if that appeases you. So just curious question. Yeah, man, this is a banger. This is definitely one of my signature scents in the lineup that I wear a lot, clearly. And yeah, so that's Mont Blanc Individual. On to the last fragrance. So this next fragrance doesn't really get a lot of love from this line. When I first got this, it was one that when I smelled it, it was kind of strange because it made me just think of what I was wearing at the time. Like, and I was wearing sweats, I was wearing a hoodie, but when I smelled it, like, I just envisioned myself just being very prosperous and very successful and just very, just doing well in life. Not saying that I'm not, but when I smelled this is what it had spoke to me, to my soul. And this one really doesn't get a lot of love, and that's going to be from the house of Bond number 9, and that is Cooper Square. This is my only Bond number 9 fragrance. This is actually one of the most expensive fragrances that I have in my collection. That's why it's also one of my signature scents, because it's very sentimental. So with this fragrance, it's your modern day fougere. Like, it has this very barbershop fougere, classy, just business attire smell. And man, this smells good. I remember the first time that I did wear this, and I was just so enamored of why this wasn't really getting that much love. I did my research on some reviewers that did this review on this fragrance, but other than that, this was like non-existent. And I'm glad that it's not non-existent, because now I can have more of it, you know. So you have some lavender, you have some myrrh, you have some musk in there. It has this real ambery and woody vibe. Has a nice little, like, it smells like the shaving cream or whipped cream that's in there, that you know that you would put on when you're shaving. Clearly, this is a 10-hour fragrance for me. I ain't gonna hold you guys. Like, this is a 10-hour fragrance. And this right here, even though I only pull it out on certain occasions, it's definitely on those occasions that they can tell that it's me who's smelling like that, smelling great, smelling on point, and smelling on top of the world. And this is that fragrance for me, and I am very pleased that I was able to grab this. And funny enough, when I did grab it, it was me and this other gentleman that were looking at the shelves, and we were both eyeing the box on terms of, like, we were like battling each other, like looking at each other like, who's gonna get it first? So it's so funny, like, when you have other people that are also interested in fragrances and you're amongst them within you trying to find a fragrance, it's like, I hope that they don't pick up the one that I'm looking at. So I'm gonna act like I'm looking at other ones to see what that other person's doing. It's crazy. It's crazy, but I'm so happy that I was able to get it, and this is definitely one of my signature scents, okay? So once again, that's from the house of Bond number 9, Cooper Square. Such a cool looking bottle too. All of the Bond number 9 bottles, you know, with the star fixture in terms of the design, looks tough, okay? So that's 5 of my signature scents that actually catapulted me and pushed me further to collect majority of the fragrances that you see behind me. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below on what your signature scents were, or if you have any of these fragrances in the lineup, and you know, you can speak your piece on them. And I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.